Righto. Yeah. Let's see if he jumps on here. Or he can go back and watch it again. And I haven't got... I'd have to go grab another guitar and have it tuned to G sharp. But the idea of that... I'll probably bring this down a little bit more. So quickly looking at it, I've never learnt this lead before. But the tapping section, so I'm assuming you got tabs for it, right? So it's in G sharp and I'm just going to play it in a different place. This guitar's in E standard. So basically it's a... That's the first part you've got to try to understand of it, okay? So that's the part you're tapping, okay? So you got to get the, and when it's on the tabs, it's saying it's freaking 20, and then that part. I think it was that part. Like that. So I'm just moving it down. So it'll be, it's 5 frets. So what was it? And I'm moving up there. Do that one, do there, tap there, then I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In between it, so there. Well, no, there's 20 there, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right there. I'm on the wrong ones. Right there's where I want it, right, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right there, okay. Right there. Something like that, right? It's messing me up, anyway. I've got that, I swear it is. I've got. It was it again? Pretty sure it's that one. Like that. Now I'm trying to move it up to here. So you'd have to work on that part. So it'll be, yeah, there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I think it's that. Because it's yeah, 8, 12, which is 8, 12. Oh, they got a 3 in between it. Alright. They're saying that. It's got an 8, 12, so it is like a gap like that. That is even trickier. You got 8, 12 gaps. So 8. Righto, move it back. That's pretty tricky. You got to have a little gap in between it. Like it's not your typical 1 and 4 method. It's got the 8 and 12. So you got 3 frets in between your thing. So yeah. And then see how I've never played this before, and I'm trying to understand it as I go too. But basically what you've got with it, you got to get the rhythm that's implied with how it starts. It's I'm assuming that's it. We've got 20. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is there many gaps in between? Trying to move it down. It's definitely easier to play if you've actually got the guitar tuned to it. I'll just move it down to the next strings directly below. So basically, if you've got 12 and 8 and you've got to tap 20, okay? And then you got to imply the rhythm. It's 3, it's like a 6, it's 3 on each. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got to get the 6 happening there. So it's, if you got that, you've got. It's definitely a tricky one. So the first part you're gonna, and like I said, I've never played this before, but the first part you got to get is the idea that it's got that's the rhythm you've got to tap, okay? So you got to get that. And then while you're tapping that and getting that rhythmic thing happen, you have to get the. It's a. It's not like what I did in the latest tap one going. If it all it was a. You can almost get away with that, but it's definitely got the probably a bit more drive would help too. But you've got to get the. You got to get that sort of feel happening, and then you got to get the 20. That's what. That's the first part. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it there. So try it again. You have to. Something like that. And I've literally, like I said, I've learnt this. You've sent me the message. I think I've been on it, what, for 5 minutes now? So it's. It's not an easy one for sure. If you're a beginner and you're trying to pull that off, that is not an easy one to get down. Because most, like I've done on my like eruption style ones, it's just. As if all it was. that sort of thing would be very easy. But what he's doing is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's what you got to do too when you look at the tabs. Which what I'm going off. It's 2 lots of 6 taps, 3 on each note. So it's what I would do working on this if I was practicing it. I'd do 6 taps and get that down. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that. So you're gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Implying that. It's got that, if you listen to it, you can hear it doing that rhythmically. Like that. So you're going to get that flow to it. So it'll be. See, I'm getting a little bit better each time. Move this thing out of the way a bit there. Oh, what is it? It is tricky, I'm telling you. Gotta get that rhythmic. Do, 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 do. Get it again. So you get the idea. It's I think I got a little bit better, still pretty sucky, and to be able to like jump straight into that, and I got to get a guitar, tune it to G sharp, all that sort of thing. So my main thing I would take away from it is you've got to get that rhythmic. Because if you hear it when it's played back and it's looped over. got me playing? So you get the idea of that one. You'd have to be the G sharp, eh? You get the idea. So the more you work on it, yeah, and it helps having a program you can loop over. So yeah, hopefully if you're on the live and you're catching this, and that's helped you. So yeah, I'd have to work on that for a bit. Like I've literally never tried to play that. So that's what, 18 minutes, me trying to learn it. And you just gotta, and that's really what you gotta do with a lot of these type of things. You have to break it down into sections. Yeah, it's from Scourge of Iron for Cannibal Corpse. Someone sent me a message asking if they're trying to figure it out and they're struggling. I've never played it, so I thought quickly I'll just give them a quick rundown of how I would do it. So you got to find the groups. You'll see it's triplets, and then you'll notice the patterns happening. Oh damn, happy birthday, brother. I'll quickly open up the bloody my channel. Go check out the live, make sure I'm muted there. In Texas, stopping by to wish you a good one. It's my birthday, 18. Yeah, but yeah, happy 18th birthday, brother. Don't go too crazy. But yeah, it was what's his name? The rotten one. So the rotten one was asking me. I was like, here's a quick one with my phone. I just made a video. So basically, you've got to get. I'm using Songster, and tabs aren't always 100% perfect. So I'm looping that section. The guitars, it's tuned to G sharp, that song. But because this is in E standard, you can easily just move everything down and use your ears and just be like, oh, okay, it's locked into that part. And so it's basically... And I would just keep playing that over and over again. Just keep trying to nail that frickin'... And then do. Then you'd have to get that part down. Freaking yeah. I need a guitar in tune with it, but that's the part he was struggling with was the tapping. So you're doing it. Oh, I keep doing it. I'm doing the 1/4. It's saying it's got the one. This guy. That does actually sound right. I was actually doing it a bit wrong. I was doing it when it's actually. That makes it even tricky. So your traditional, like if you're doing eruption, it's not that one, but it's the same type of, and it's not doing the traditional. Like the latest one I just did where I'm like going. Not doing that one, which is a lot easier, then you got to have 3 frets gaps in between it. And I'm playing it down here is probably a bit harder because they're up here. But having that's something I've never done before. I always do the 1/4. That one. Yeah. So that one, yeah. So basically, that's it. So what you're gonna get is the get that down. Get that, getting that, it's like a hammer on pull off. You'd even like try to get that down. Look, doing 2 taps on each and moving it back, that's a bit slower than to move a go. Diddle, 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 diddle. But when you're trying to do that, it's a tricky one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then put it back to the looping thing. And it helps when you've got a program like this to loop it over. Pretty cool. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Freaking hell, that is, I think he was saying he was a beginner. So it's definitely, that's a little bit above your pay grade for a beginner. Because I think he was saying that before. See his replies. Yeah, so I'm a beginner. That's a big mountain to climb there, brother. You can get it. Yeah, it's a tricky one. So I definitely Oh, is that rotten? Yeah, right. So have you been watching what I've been doing? So you got the idea, and hopefully that helps. So I'm looping it up. This guitar's in E standard. Obviously, it's in G sharp. So did you get the idea? You got to get the So did you get that? If I loop it around, I'm guessing you're talking about when it very first starts. This part here. So you got to get that part. Nailing that rhythm. Get one. What are your taps sounding that loud? Like that. So are you trying again? So basically, when you pick them, you can hear them, eh? You got to have that one like. I don't know what your settings are on your amp too. You're going to need a bit of a fair bit of gain on there. And you just got to make sure, do everything slow to start with too. You got to examine what you're doing. So if you're a beginner, you're going to have to just be like. You want to get the note ringing, obviously, right? And then you want to try to, then you've got to be like. Don't worry about trying to do stuff fast when you're not doing it properly. You want to look and go, okay, how am I tapping? Is all the notes clean first? Then we worry about speed. So it's going to be. And then worry about speed. It's tricky. That is pushing me. Like I'd have to, and what I would do with that, right, to get that sort of stuff down, and it's actually now, because you've challenged me and said, try, can I help you? I'm so used to doing 1/4 that this one has actually got a gap in between. It's 3 frets gaps in between. It's going to be easier up high. Up higher, it's obviously easier. But you're gonna have to like get used to doing tap, and you could do like. Start doing like 3 notes per string stuff while you tap. Try get that sort of stuff, you know. That's I think the next bit I want to work on is, can you make E standard heavy? And I had the idea, this is what I was working on just before you sent the message. So I had a drum track going. And have it do like this. get the idea. So hopefully, yeah, you can get that one rotten. But that's a tough one, bro. What I would do is break it down slowly. Okay, to get used to it. So get everything under, getting the notes clear and breaking down what's happening. Trying to hear the rhythm in your head. So getting the... And even get that slow. Then get the tapping. Getting that. Getting that down, you know. Start off slow, but it's all. Like I would, when I practice, I'll be like obsessive, and like if I'm struggling at something, I'm going to be on it for like 10, 15, 20 minutes, just going. See, I just missed a note then. See, I just missed one. So that missing note is what's going to encourage me to keep going. Because it's like, okay, and you got to just slow it down. It's that one fret extra is like throwing me off. If I do my 1-4, I'm no worries. I can do 1-4s, no worries. Need the delay off that one because it's throwing up that pick, throwing off the picking. So I do. See, a lot tighter. You get the idea, eh? But, always say quick, I'm gonna jump off now. I'm gonna go have some lunch. So yeah, hopefully if Rotten's still in, mate, that helped you. Time for me lunch. Already cracked out my video, the tapping. Tried to edit that and do all that today. The Les Pauls go alright, eh? And for all the Les Paul purists, look, EMG 81 and 85. Zach Wild set. You're not allowed to do that, bro. Hey, rip, eh? The old girl, 2007 model. But still smells like it's new. They got that weird smell, eh? But yeah. Yeah, frickin' see the pinch harmonics, eh? Just like, I kept grabbing that third fret, I was screaming. Threw a Soldano plug in, eh? Sick. I was nearly going to sell that guitar too a lot of times, but I think she's staying with me, that one. So yeah, break it down, simplify it. And now I've got to learn how to try keep that 3 fret gap in between the 1-4. You'll notice things always similar. The 1-4 things. You'll notice 1-3, 1-3-4 finger patterns, 1-2-4. You'll see, the more you play, you'll start to notice patterns, the way you do things, because you've only got 4 fingers. At the end of the day, you've only got 4 fingers. Like, what can you do with your 4 fingers? You don't. It's not like people have got 6 fingers and they're going, oh, look at this. It's obviously they've got to do groups of 3s, or, you know, 3 notes per string, 4 notes per string. Start looking at that sort of stuff. But yeah, if you're tapping and you can't hear the note, means you're not tapping it properly. So you got to fret the note and go, well, there's nothing wrong with my guitar. I can play a note and I can fret it. And then you got to tap it and you got to go, okay, hit it and just keep hitting it till you get a clean note. And you're like, okay, that works. This works. Are you going to tap it with your middle finger while you hold a pick, so you can be like and then straight into riffing. Lots of things you got to think about, but it's all just a process, trial and error. And you can see now like how long I spent trying to get that, and I had to loop it. You're actually very lucky now. I'd get some type of software where you can loop it. I know the latest Cannibal Corpse albums, they're on and I think they're like fully legit ones, because I think the band signed off on them, on Sheet Happens. That's like Archspire and all these bands have got Sheet Happens. Looks like it's a really good one. Like if you've seen Dean Lamb from Archspire on YouTube, his stuff is on Sheet Happens. So I'm pretty sure that he's looking at them and signing off on them, which is pretty cool. And then you get something like, I'm using Songster there, which they're not 100% tabs. It just gets you in the ballpark. But hey, it's close enough. And then if you get the Sheet Happens, they've got Guitar Pro, which don't sound that good, the Guitar Pro engine, but yeah, so loop that section over, right? Go to that thing, Rotten, and look at, tell me, see how it says triplets, but see, you can see 20, 19, 20, goes 20, 19, 20, 19, 20s, 20, 19, 20, 19, 20. Wait, 20, 19, 20, 19, 20, 19. There were 6 of them, right? Then the cycle started again. 19, 18, 19, 18, 19, 18. There was 6, all up there was 12. Because you see they're triplets. Triplets fit 12 times into a bar. So you start to see the 6. So that's what they're doing. They're going 20, 19, 20, 19, 20, 19. So it's, when I was doing it, I'm looking at 3s. I'm going 1, 2, 3. I was counting 6, but I'm like dun da do da da da. So I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That. And what I would do is I don't move on. That's a section I've got to nail. I don't ever learn things as a whole. They're a chunk. Chunks stuck together. So to me, if I'm trying to learn something, just for example's sake, say I break it into 6 pieces. I don't do one chunk at a time. And then when, for some reason with my brain, I can remember 6 chunks. I'll call them chunks or blocks. Let's call them blocks. I can remember 6 blocks instead of one whole. So it's like block 1, block 2, block 3, block 4, block 5, block 6. And I link them together because I'm just going to work on each single one. And that's how I do, like when I riff out and improvise, everything is in blocks. It's like here's the jump, 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 jump. Now here comes the tremolo. Block 3, legato frickin' trilly stuff. That's a little block of trills into chunks. Blast of tremolo picking. They're like blocks that I link together, if that makes sense. So yeah, do that song stuff. Do that rotten, and hopefully that helped, mate. So that's about all the help I can offer you. But yeah, well, Songster's got a loop function and you can listen to the original track. So even if you don't follow the tabs, you can just work on sections. So that's really, never had anything like that. Just the fact you can loop sections and even figure it out by ear, that's awesome too. So hopefully that helped you out, Rotten. Yeah, just break it down. Figure out why your tap notes aren't clean. But you're a beginner too, so bruh, you're trying to jump into the deep water straight away and you can't even swim yet. And that's challenging. That lead, like Cannibal Corpse lead, Pat O'Brien, that's some challenging stuff, brother. Not saying you can't do it, but yeah. Just small steps. Start just linking everything together. You'll be right. So yeah. That'll do me, fellas. Thanks for hanging out. That was just a quick one. So here you go, Rotten. I was going to be like, give us a call or something, but I'm going to go have some lunch. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your night, day. Happy birthday to the main man himself, Big 18. So yeah, hopefully that'll help, brother. Take it easy, fellas. How do you stop this bugger?